What's going on, guys? In today's video I'll be talking about 2 years on the Robinhood app. So my first transfer on the Robinhood app was actually January 30th 2017, so it's been about 2 years and 2 weeks or so, because the day I'm making this video is February 12th. Either way, been on the app for about 2 years, and I'm not gonna lie, overall it's been a pretty positive experience. Not gonna be anything crazy in this video. I'm just gonna talk about, just overall how the app's been over the past 2 years, and just really overall what I think about it right now at this point in time. Still a great app, still totally free. I mean, it never became any sort of like fees or like changed its policies or anything like that, which is great. I think that was one thing that a lot of people were worried about with the Robinhood app. And I guess I should say, if you're unfamiliar with the Robinhood app, it's basically a free online brokerage. It's one of the first of its kind, and it's really awesome. I enjoy it a lot. And if you have a referral link for it, actually drop it in the description. So if you're new to the app, click someone's referral link in the comment section, I should say, and you get a free stock when signing up. And don't click mine, I don't have one. But other than that, getting back on topic, like I was saying, the Robinhood app, super great. It's always been free, totally free to use. No like in between the lines fees or anything like that, which has been awesome, and it's remained free. I have never been charged any sort of fee with them, which is kind of the reason I like it. And it's also overall just a super smooth and super easy to use app, which is like really great and I like a lot. And so recently, a couple months ago I think it was, one thing that was kind of sketchy that happened with Robinhood app since I made this video last year was that they came out with a debit card service slash checkings and savings account, and they basically said that they were going to give us 3% interest on those, regardless of where your money was, whether it was in the checkings or the savings. And people were like kind of going crazy over it, and I was like, okay, like this is a really good deal. My checkings account gives me 0%. I'm sure a lot of you guys were like that as well. And even that 3% definitely beats a lot of savings account out there as well. And a lot of people were really questioning it, and then it kind of turned out that the account wasn't actually going to be insured, so Robinhood just kind of threw the whole thing out. So I like something like that a lot, that Robinhood does stuff like that. One, because I think that's just simply somewhat of a good thing, showing that they're trying to improve, but also this specific idea was almost a little bit far-fetched and didn't really work out for them. So that was kind of odd and kind of weird to see how that played out, and there still really hasn't been any sort of update on it. The last thing Robinhood really said about it was that it wasn't happening yet, and that they were changing it to a money management, and then I really can't see anything with that happening anytime soon. But that was really the only bad thing that I think happened with them for the past year or so. But overall, like I said before, I really like the app, but there are a couple things that I think need to improve. So one thing that definitely I think would need to improve is to add more research tools. So they did add candlesticks, but I honestly don't think that really helped or did anything, and the candlesticks they have are like really crappy, to be completely honest. But I guess it was kind of cool to see them add that very, very small feature. But I think they definitely need to develop the research tools on the app, and I mean, even like if they started very basic like the candlesticks, that's great. I would love to see them add on to that. But since then, they really haven't added anything else in terms of the research component, besides like slightly allowing you to filter searches better when you're searching up stocks or ETFs on the app. But research tools would definitely be a really, really cool addition. I didn't even know, like, there's tons and tons of things they can add, but wherever they would start, that'd be really awesome. Another thing I think I would like them to add as well is some sort of like content creation center in Robinhood. So there's like two parts to this. One part would just simply be like bringing sources, like news sources from other companies and other sources out there, whether it be CNBC, Yahoo Finance, Motley Fool, Wall Street, whatever it might be, and just sort of compiling that all together. Because when you go on the actual Robinhood app, if you like click a stock, or there's like a couple like news articles that relate to you and your portfolio at the top, and when you also click a stock, there's sometimes news stories when you scroll down, but besides that, there's no other way to really like look at news about the stocks in your portfolio or get updates from it. So I think if Robinhood created some sort of part on the app that allowed you to do that, like a whole separate tab on it, it would make it a lot better. But I know the biggest thing with Robinhood, I think, is trying to make like a really minimalistic and easy to use app. So I think they're trying their best not to make it cluttered. But I mean, I see the web app designers over there, and like all the people at Robinhood, they did a really good job making the app minimalistic and easy to use so far. And I think they could also do a good job with that as well. And I think also one thing that would actually help a lot is an actual like Robinhood themselves creating content on the app. That would like definitely help their app out significantly, in my opinion. I mean, if you're a company in 2019 and you're not creating content actively on all platforms, including your own at the bare minimum, that's probably going to be a problem for the future. It just seems like that's like very glaringly obvious that you need to, especially considering they're a young tech startup company. I mean, they could be absolutely blowing up and getting tons of new free users by just simply spending a little bit of money each year creating content, or even have some interns do it for you for free. I mean, who really cares? In fact, I will do your content creation if you want me to, not for free. I'd probably want to get paid for that, but I do enough content creation as it is. But Robinhood, if you're watching this, I would definitely consider doing your content creation, so contact me if you're interested in that. But anyways, a couple other things about Robinhood that I would love to see them add and improve in the app that they haven't in the past 2 years. Just a couple of smaller features. Like one that I think would be really awesome to have is a DRIP feature. So that means dividend reinvestment program. And this is a pretty basic feature, and I would like this a lot because I do a lot of dividend investing, and I think dividend stocks are really great. But the problem with the Robinhood app and other platforms that do this as well, if they don't have fractional shares or some sort of dividend reinvestment program, you basically have to deposit your own money, when you're getting those dividends back in, or just have a very, very large portfolio to be a dividend investor, full time or at a larger scale. But the beautiful thing about DRIP programs is that it makes it so much easier to grow your portfolio with dividends, and that compounding interest just keeps adding up and adding up over time. Even quicker when you're able to just immediately redeposit that back in to your portfolio. So that'd be super awesome if they added a DRIP feature. Another feature I think would be super awesome if they added was fractional shares. I think fractional shares are great. That's half of the reason why I use M1 Finance as well on top of Robinhood. And also, if you're interested in M1 Finance, there's a referral link in the description if you're interested in signing up for that. It's very similar to Robinhood. It's like a free online brokerage account. Pretty much all the same thing as Robinhood, except they do have fractional shares as well as a Roth IRA. But anyways, getting back to it, fractional shares, I would not be surprised if Robinhood adds this feature in the future. I think it's kind of an important feature to have, and especially considering there's other alternatives out there that have fractional shares like M1 Finance, I feel like they almost have to add this feature somewhat soon. Another thing I think that would be great for them to add is a Roth IRA component of it. So with that, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily benefit me personally, but I think it would benefit a lot of other people. Another thing I think they definitely need to add is just better stat updates and going on top of that research tools thing. So when you just straight up click a stock on Robinhood app, when you go to any sort of stock, it gives very, very basic statistics on it, like it's P ratio, dividend yield, volume, like high and low, 52 weeks, maybe a couple other things as well. And those stats are very minimal, and they're not even updated very frequently. Like they're very commonly wrong, I've noticed, and not even they haven't been updated in the past couple of weeks. Like it looks like they haven't been updated in a very, very long time, because some of these dividend yields, and especially I've noticed more dividend yields and PE ratios are significantly off. I don't even sometimes know where they're getting these numbers from, but I think that's one thing they need to fix and add as well. And last but not least, one final thing I think that would help out the Robinhood app a lot is, like I was saying before, just kind of combining almost sort of a new page that would involve some sort of research tools, as well as some sort of content, stuff like that, like news articles, and just kind of making almost a social media component to it, where you could communicate, share your stocks with people, like on M1 Finance, they have the share your pie feature. I think that feature would be super awesome, almost getting a subreddit part of the Robinhood app, or a Twitter part of it. I don't know. Almost like a social media part of the app would be awesome as well, where you can kind of share your portfolio. But other than that, in the past 2 years on the Robinhood app, it's been really great. I really like the app a lot. I mean, my portfolio is around roughly $5,000, and I think when I started off, it was around $600. I think the very first time I ever deposited money, I only deposited $100, and then I just deposited another $500 after I realized it was a legitimate brokerage. But like I said before, if you're interested in downloading the Robinhood app, if you're totally new, definitely sign up with a referral link. I don't really care whose link you use. There'll probably be plenty in the comment section. If you have a referral link, leave it in the comment section, because if you use that link when you sign up, you get a free stock. So if you're signing up, I would definitely just click someone's link, because you get a free stock. But other than that, guys, that's it for this video. If you're new to my channel, I talk about stock market, personal finance, entrepreneurship, investing, things like that. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, definitely head over to my channel and consider subscribing. And also leave a comment below if you have been using the Robinhood app. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Definitely let me know. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching.